tomorrow we are traveling to Venice. So just got to the hotel, staying in the hotel a night before because we got an early flight at 7 a.m. It's only a couple of hours flight to Venice, so this is our kind of mini honeymoon that we're going to be going on. We're going to be going on a longer trip in September, so I'm away for about 5 nights. It's going to be really cool. I've never been to Venice before, love Italy. And this watch list, by the way, for next week is absolutely phenomenal. I filmed the SMB earlier. Last week took a beautiful trade on EuroCAD 5.2 towards the end of the month. I've not released the date just yet, but we've got the strategy update, which is going to be, I'm telling you now, it's going to be an absolute game changer. It's going to complement what we do so much. So for those of you who want to travel and trade and you want the flexibility, this is going to be huge. I'm going to just show you really quickly as an example. Would have given you, if I look at the duration, around 8 hours. Around 8 hours to still be able to get in. Why am I telling you this? I'm telling you this because the probability of you missing trades becomes less and less with this implementation. So that in and of itself, how much is that worth to you? It's gonna wash out all of the garbage positions. I actually believe that this update, it's taken me 16 years to do, by the way. I believe this update actually solves multiple issues across, I can think of about 10 different strategies, especially with someone who trades more of like a liquidity based concept, SMC/variation of whatever it is. I'm telling you now, this will fix so many issues. Yeah, so 2 fish and chips, black truffle mayo, and I'll have a Coke. Thank you very much. So we've gone for the good old fish and chips. We've got the tartar sauce, and we have the black truffle mayo. Let's go. Right, so Roxanne's just making us some coffees and have a cappuccino. Got the flight in about 2 hours, so just gonna relax in the lounge for a little bit, and then we're heading off to Venice. So this is gonna be our mini honeymoon. So we've got another thing planned in September, middle of September. Got a few things to iron out, but it's looking like Maldives, Dubai, things like that. But this quick trip away is going to be a nice little recharge. You know, after the wedding, it just got very, very hectic. I had a lot of things to do from a business perspective as well. And this is the part that people don't realize. If you're an entrepreneur or you're managing businesses, you can't just live a typical standard life and you can't just follow the typical order of doing things. Sometimes you have to delay things. Sometimes you have to go, right, that needs to wait. And of course that can take a toll on relationships if you don't have good communication. So I'm very, very grateful that we've got that. Pushed it back a little bit and we've got on with business, got everything done, and now we're ready for Venice. Boarding time. Just got to Venice, landed a little bit earlier. We are here, ready. We've got a private speedboat that's going to take us into our hotel. So that should be here, or we're meant to be getting on it in about half hour, so we're ready to go. We're just rolling into our hotel now. Well, I think we're close anyway. But look at this, you can see where the water has risen and you can see the marks as it's just got higher and higher and higher. Honestly, this just looks magical. It's hard to even, I don't know why, it feels like Assassin's Creed. Work that one out, make that make sense. But anyway, it feels like some sort of mission I've done before back in the day. But this just looks beautiful. So he's ducking, but not telling me to duck. No, I told you, I teach you how to trade for free. Chill out. I think one of the most appealing things about trading is your ability to travel the world and still be able to make money. That's what it really boils down to. It gives you that sense of freedom. But what if your trading strategy itself isn't actually designed in a way that gives you that flexibility, and you're too camped out on lower time frames, too camped out on the charts? How on earth are you ever going to live the life that you want in the first place? You'll just fantasize over it. I've been trading for 16 years, and over the past year I've been developing an addition to the Falcon system. This is a game changer. It is almost impossible for you to be missing these moves, and you don't have to be stuck to the London session or the New York session. You're not limited by risk to reward either. You have everything, but you have the flexibility that you want. And there is less likely that you're going to make a lot of errors, less likely you're going to force trades, less likely for you to go through those awful swings of drawdown. This is why you wanted to trade in the first place, right? You wanted to trade because you wanted flexibility. You didn't want to be stuck or glued to your laptop in one location. And let's be honest, if you're traveling and trading, but then you have to be session-based, you're just going to go to another part of the world and then just be stuck there. No, you need something more than that. And I've just been developing that over the past year. So we're going to be launching this very soon. Very excited for our community to start implementing this, and it's going to be a game changer. Currently taking a look at a few positions. We had some volatile things happen in the market in fear of a recession. This always happens. I mean, it's happened quite a few times. But the reality is, when things like this happen, you can't force positions. You have to just damage control. A lot of trading, especially, you know, when I'm traveling and trading, you have to accept that you're not always going to get the best routine. So missing positions is actually more frequent. But with the new strategy update, for those people that are traveling and trading, this is going to be a game changer, because sometimes in which that you would normally miss an entry, there's like an 8-hour window, sometimes a 12-hour window, and your setup could still be there. How much is that worth to you? So heading out for dinner, we're going to Gourmet 1000. This is traditional Napoli. I know we're in Venice, but this is traditional Napoli pizza. And the dough is just exceptional as well. So looking forward to trying that out. We've got some good pasta as well. It's lovely and cool now. Right, coming out at this time, so it's about 8 p.m. here in Venice. And now it's a little bit cooler and there's a bit of a breeze coming through. It's really, really nice. So heading there for tonight, then we'll head back, and then tomorrow I'm going to check out a few different spaces. But we've done so much already in such a short amount of time. Very different to Rome. Like Rome feels like you're walking for a very long period of time just to get to one place. Where here, like, everything's interconnected. We're back with another pizza review. That's all you need to know. This is proper Napoli dough. I've only ever had one pizza, authentic Napoli dough. I don't know what they do, but it's more on the chewy side, but in a good chewy way. I don't know how else to explain it. Fresh. This is 10 out of 10. Now this is the little boat that I need. This one right here. I don't know where I'll take it, but yeah, this is what I want. The colour, it's lovely. Mission Fine Sandwich Place. So we've been walking for quite a little while. We've gone over a famous bridge, I can't remember what it's called. And I think we're quite close. Right, so we are outside the sandwich shop. We've located it. I'm not going to pronounce it. Taste tests. This is lovely. I'll tell you what this is. This is like a focaccia bread sandwich. I've gone for, I don't even know what I've gone for because I made some amendments to it. It's got tomato salad, black olive, mozzarella, I think. It is lovely. Fancy. So, just currently in the lobby, having a cappuccino. Having a look at the markets, seeing what's been going on. Community's been smashing it, by the way. So while I've been away, bear in mind I've been away for a few days, we've had another person pass on the in-house fund. I'm going to announce him tomorrow. and we've had some more people pass on their FTMOs. People don't just have access to our in-house fund, they have access to capital everywhere, right? It's just we encourage our traders to prioritize our in-house fund because, of course, we have control over that. You know who you're dealing with. You're not dealing with this random firm that disappears after 6 months and then you don't get paid out. But what I wanted to mention was the beauty of the system that we trade. So there was a trade here on euro dollar. Let me just show you. So this beautiful position. What I like about the way that we trade, and it reminds me of this because of course I'm traveling on my way, is the flexibility of it. Now, bearing in mind, I've got this new update coming up that is going to make that even easier. But there are essentially, if I actually look at the time of how many different entries, I just want to count them. 1, 2, entry 3, entry 4, 5. No, there were 6 entries if you put in the advanced side of things that I'm going to be bringing out, which is insane. 6 entries just in one position. Now, of course, that would vary in terms of profit. However, the entries are there, so it gives you that flexibility. I'm telling you this is because you won't miss trades. It is virtually impossible for you to say, Mark, do you know what? I missed all 6 of them. I highly, highly doubt it. But anyway, markets are looking good. We're seeing some recoveries, and I'm just going to finish up this cappuccino, and then we're going to head up for dinner in a little bit. We just finished in 1000 Gourmet. Roxanne approves. That is the best food that we've eaten in Venice. I underestimated how spicy that was. So what I just ate was spicy tomato pasta, thinking I asked for a little bit of mozzarella as well. I think I offended the chef, but yeah, it was spicy and it got spicier and spicier, but it was really, really good. Of course, their pizzas are exceptional as well. So I think we're going to go grab a small slice of Farini's. It'd be rude not to. I always knew I wanted to be successful. I remember those days when I used to look out the window of my council estate thinking, I deserve a better life, but not from an entitled point of view, but from a point of view of I need to get my family out of this situation and I want to become extremely successful so we don't have to live this mediocre, mundane life. I was having this conversation with my partner and we were talking about what are the traits that you really learn in becoming successful, that you kind of forget that you value, but most people don't value. So I want to share them with you. Well, one important one that I think a lot of people sleep on, which is speed. Now, I know you might think that will be obvious, but you'll be surprised what I mean by that. Moving at speed doesn't necessarily mean that you're reckless, that you don't think and you don't plan. And that's what people misinterpret it as. Speed is that when you have enough knowledge and you have the plan, you act without delay. You don't procrastinate. Procrastination is the enemy. It is an illness in and of itself. And I've met a lot of people, traders, entrepreneurs, business people, they procrastinate and they wonder why. There are people that had worse plans than them, worse ideas, but because they acted at speed, they were able to figure things out. Right, time to get into some journaling. So it is the 8th. I'm going to revisit some older goals as well. Always good to look at that and revisit how much you've accomplished, what you've achieved. So I've got the master journal with me. I always take that everywhere. And then I've got the smaller journal to go over it on a more of a granular level. But 5 months left until the end of the year. It's crazy. It's going to come around quicker than you think. So making sure you've got clear objectives, who you want to become, what you want to achieve, who you're going to surround yourself with. These things are absolutely crucial. So I'm going to get into some journaling. Jamie, how's it going, my friend? I was literally just talking about you in my YouTube video. So, well, I'm talking about you in my YouTube video now. But I hope all is well. Congratulations on securing that 200k. Really, really proud of you, mate. Me and Roxanne, we're just having a coffee right now, so we're just sending our best wishes to you, and it is really, really important that you do so here, and that's incredible. You already know what you need to do. Like, times like this, you have to realise that soaking it all in and not being too eager to the next level is just as important. So I just want to give you a few tips, because I want to ensure that you get all the way to 7 figures, but it's really important that you don't rush these next steps, because effectively you hit your golden number, you've done everything you need to do, it's all intentional, nothing is by fluke. And I would go more into that headspace versus being eager to get into the next trade. Right, so we are home, and I think the dogs are going to go a bit crazy. Hello. Hello, good boy. Hello.